Hello guys, my name is Evans and welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to continue looking at the March 2016 paper 2-1, and this time we're going to focus on the mailmage section. In the last video we were looking at database labels, and in this video we'll just take a focus on mailmage section. So the scenario is that a letter will be sent to the regional managers. Prepare a mailmage letter using the file m16 mail.rtf as your master document and the m16 offices.csv as the source data. You will need to insert relevant fields from your data source to replace the text in the master document, and that's the field within the angle brackets. So you need to replace today's dates with a field to display today's dates in the format DDMMYYY. So that's day, month, and year. And replace director with your name, and replace XX999 with your center number, and replace 0099 with your candidate number. And then you just need to proofread and check that the letter is perfect. Okay, so this is what we're going to do before we get to evidence document 7. Right, not evidence document 7, just to evidence 7. All right, so so what we're going to do now is to go ahead and open the two files that we need, mailmage, and then we import the CSV file as our data source. Okay, so that's the file in question, and let's go ahead and do import that other data source file. I hope this is okay. Yeah, that's the file. Then open. Okay, so now that we've imported the data source file, what we need to do is to replace the text that are shown in angle brackets with we replace them with the merge fields, okay, that are from the database. So what I mean is, where is my question paper? So the m16 office.csv file actually contains the names of or the different data items or data fields that we are going to need to replace in this document. So let's go to merge, and then for address one, first of all you need to highlight it and then go to merge and then click there. Okay, and then it shows merge address one. Now guys, for some of you, you may not see like what I'm doing here. It may not be showing you merge field and all. I'll explain. You may be getting something like this. Okay, you may be having something like this when you do angle brackets here, like that. What you may be getting is simply just these two sort of angle brackets known as chevrons. Okay, but there is actually a feature in Microsoft Word that actually allows you to display the field codes, the merge field codes, something that would look like this. Okay, and I'll show you in a while how you're going to do that, but let me just maybe put them the way they are like this so that we are on the same page, and then I'll come and explain, because there's a section where we are told that we are supposed to use the merge field, merge fields rather. The merge field codes, we're supposed to display them, but for now I'm just going to have this. So today's date, we're going to replace it with today's date. So you can go under insert and then under date and time, I think. Then you can check the format that you want. So it's supposed to be day, month, and 2016. Alternatively, what you can do is that you can go under quick paths and go to field, and then just hit D twice on your keyboard, and then you said you have this, and then just click on one of them and you'll see the format that you want will also be displayed there, and just say okay. So that is fine. So the next thing we're supposed to get is title. So go back to mailing and set title, and we're supposed to get also regional manager. And lastly, so when we're done with this, we're supposed to replace the director with our name. So director, we're going to highlight it and type let's say Chikasa Evans, and then we were told to replace the XX99 with our our center number, so ZM556, and replace the last part here with our candidate number, so it's just going to be 0001. Okay, so we are done with all the replacing that needs to be replaced. If we go back to the question paper, so we are done with all these aspects here. Now the question paper just tells us to proofread and spell check the letter, okay, which I'm not going to do that for the sake of time. Now the evidence 7 says that display the merge field codes and date field code, then take a screenshot and place it in the evidence document, or text screenshot evidence, place this in evidence document. Now guys, this is different from taking this screenshot as it is, okay, which is just showing the angle brackets or the double angle brackets or the chevrons. This is different from showing a screenshot like this one, okay, where it shows the merge field codes. Okay, you see that the format of the date has changed here when I do that. Now there are two ways that you can show these field codes in Microsoft Word. The first way that you can do that is let me just do this and type something here. The first way that you can do that is when you hold Alt key on your keyboard plus F9. Okay, Alt key plus F9 will toggle between the merge field codes as well as that's the chevrons. Okay, so when you hold alternative key on your keyboard and tap on F9, and then you can toggle between these two formats. Okay, so if I hold Alt key and F9, pardon me, my computer, it seems to be acting up. Okay, F9, you toggle between that and F9 again, just like that, whilst I'm holding on to alternative key. The next method, or the other method that you can do, is to go to File and go to the options for Microsoft Word and go to Advanced, and then scroll down until you find a section that says Show Merge Fields, something like that. This one, show fields code instead of their values. So just check this one and say okay, and you should get the same result. But the simplest method that you can use is just to hold Alt key on your keyboard and tap F9, and you get that. So we're told to get a screenshot. Just tap F9 and get a screenshot of this. So I'm just gonna crop this. Okay, so that we have a screenshot of this. The screenshot is supposed to be the merge fields as well as the date field. Okay, so let's just get a screenshot here, and you go ahead and paste this screenshot into your evidence document. Now I'm not going to paste this into my evidence document because I don't have the evidence document available, because I did this video, a recording of some sections of this like the document production and the database manipulation. I did that in the data manipulation. I did that in another video some time back at the beginning of this year, probably. I don't know sure exactly, but there were just some sections that I did not do in this paper, and I was requested to come back to come and do a video on mail merge presentation, as well as on labels. Okay, so I don't have the evidence document, but if you do have, you can go ahead and just paste in your evidence document. So you see that my evidence document is actually blank. Okay, it doesn't have anything, but you go ahead and paste under evidence 7. Okay, so my computer guys currently is kind of freezing up here and there because I'm trying to record a video in HD, and it doesn't have enough resources, so it's kind of freezing up here and there, and it's kind of disturbing my work. So don't worry about that. It's not frustrating on your part, it is frustrating on my part. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to go back to the question paper. Okay, so we did take a screenshot of that. I've showed you guys how to display the merge field codes. The next part that we're supposed to do is that the letters required for the regional managers in Bangalore and Chennai. Okay, so 10 field display off. Okay, so in other words, if you are in this mode, so just hold out and turn this off. Okay, and then question is that merge and print the letters to these two regional managers only. So in other words, what they are asking us is to extract only letters that are going to be sent to Bangalore and Chennai in terms of the offices. Okay, so go back to the merged here, and then you are now going to extract. Okay, you're going to edit the recipient list. Okay, so just click on edit recipient list. Now you can go ahead and just select which list you want, but that is going to take some time. So what you want to do is to click on filter. Okay, when you click on filter, you specify the names that you want. So the filter is supposed to be, the first one, office, is supposed to be Bangalore. Okay, go back to the question paper so that you know what Boolean operator to use here, whether it's AND or OR. Okay, so let me just it's supposed to be OR, it can't be AND. They can come from both things. So let's go to the question paper. So they're supposed to be Bangalore and Chennai. Okay, let's find out if it will work out. So office again equal to Chennai. I don't know if that's the way it was spelled. Yeah, Chennai. Okay, now I'm a little bit skeptical about using AND here because AND would mean that both must be true. So let's go ahead and find out if it will work out. If it doesn't work out, then we change it to OR. Because in computer science, when you do this, it means that you're saying that both of them must be true. Okay. So we could not merge the main document with the data source because the data source were empty and no data records matched your query. Okay, so that's what I was talking about, because you cannot have office here and then equal to Bangalore, and the other one you use AND again, office equal to Chennai. Okay, so you cannot have AND when you have these two values here, because they must both evaluate to true if you're going to have. So in my opinion, I'm not saying that the people who prepared the question paper were entirely wrong, but in computer science you cannot put AND here because it is misleading to put AND here. Okay, they should have put OR. Okay, letters are required for regional managers in Bangalore or Chennai. That is going to make more sense than to put AND here. Okay, so I think the people who are preparing this paper should have thought about this so that it doesn't cause this conflict when you come to use that in Microsoft Word. Okay, so I'm going to change this to all and say OK, and you will see that we'll have here we'll have the Bangalore and Chennai, and we have only 2 records shown there. So guys, this is very important that you are not carried away or misled by this. I know some of you are very good at computing and programming, and when you just see Bangalore and Chennai, you know you're using an AND operator in between here, and that may mislead you and you may want to put or you may be tempted to put and in your filter, and that is going to cause some problem. Okay, so just go ahead and say okay, and we have only these two letters merged. So go back here and say merge and print the two letters to two regional managers only. Okay, and then so let me just go ahead and merge and print this. So come here and print documents. Just print them, all of them, or you can just go ahead here and edit individual documents, just make them both. So you have two pages. The first page is showing you this one, and this guy is from I don't know, this is a lady, Miss Gadia. She's from Bangalore, and then you have the other person as well from Chennai. So you can go ahead and print this. I'm not going to do that, but you can go ahead and print that. So go back to the question paper. So we are done with printout 4. Make sure your name, center number, and candidate number are displayed on your merge letters, and you just did that. So evidence 8 step 26 rather, evaluate the use of mail merge to produce these letters. Okay, and so you type the your evaluation into your evidence document. And so let me just go back to the evidence document, and you're supposed to type your evaluation here. Okay, so now guys, I've said in some other videos that the concept of mail merge is a very powerful concept when you want to develop, or not develop, but when you want to create multiple documents that are going to be sent to different people, but they should have the same structure. So you create sort of a template, and you can build other letters based on that template. So what mail merge does is that it has two files. One file is called the data source, and the other file is called the merge file. Okay, or the master file if you want. What these two files are, the data source is actually the details or the unique features that are going to be on that letter. Okay, and the master file contains all the features that are similar that should be displayed on every letter that is going to be created. Okay, so these two files or these two documents are very important that you guys and you need to know them. Now the concept, like I said, of mail merge is a very powerful feature, and it has got advantages and has got disadvantages, but in my opinion there are more advantages to this than there are disadvantages. Okay, so let's look at the evaluation of the mail merge, the evaluation of the use of mail merge, okay, to produce letters. So I'm going just to type out some few things here. I've mentioned some other things, but we can just type out some of the other things. Okay, so one thing that you find that is that you can produce one letter which could be used to send to multiple people. So you just need to produce one letter which can be sent to multiple recipients if you want. Recipients, okay, multiple recipients. There you go. With my computer again, seems to have frozen. There's no E on recipients. I'm trying to remove it. Okay, there you go. Multiple recipients. Okay, and these people can be in different places. They have different addresses. They can have different age, different dates, and all these features can be incorporated into using mail merge. Okay, so you don't need to specify too many details. You can have a CSV file that you can create using Excel of the different recipients, the addresses, and all these things, and you can import all this into your mail merge, and it's going to create your mail merge letter very well. Okay, so you don't need to have too many details of the recipients, like knowing them by heart. I'm now writing a letter to so and so and so, and then they live at address number so and so and so. You don't need to have that. All you need to have is the data source and all the addresses, and you just need to select the match field, and all the addresses of the recipients will be automatically inserted into your match field. Okay, so there is, so let's just say there is no need to have all the details of the recipients. Why do I write recipient like this? Recipients, as they will be included in the data source file. Okay, so you don't need to have that. Now, the other thing that probably a drawback is that if you're not so confident with Mailmage, you may take a while for you to create the documents. Okay, so some people may prefer that you write individual letters and send them to individual people and stuff. But in my opinion, like I said, Mailmage is a powerful feature that if once you are very confident how to use it, you can just come up with thousands and hundreds of letters with just one master file, and importing your details from that data source. Okay, so it's also good when you're evaluating to mention drawbacks and stuff. So it may take a while for someone who is not conversant with Mailmage to set up the facility for Mailmage. Okay, so if someone is not conversant with Mailmage, they will struggle. They will figure out what's happening here, and so on and so forth. Okay, others, they may just prefer starting to type the letter to all the thousand recipients. God forbid that be you. All right, so so I think this should mark the end to this section on Mailmage. I hope you guys will find this video useful, and let me just now go ahead and do a section on presentation. So I'm going to have to cut this video so that I do a section on presentation in just a moment, and then we can call it a day for this paper. This should have been the last paper for 2016. I've solved, I think, all the papers for 2016, and not all of them, at least May, June, and the February, March. So we're just waiting for the October, November. I hope it will be coming up before the year ends, or early first week of January or so, and then we can start working on that paper. Now, so you guys, I'll see you in the next video in just a short while.